It's another collision course in the Cauvery crisis. A defiant Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has made it clear that Karnataka will not release Cauvery water to Tamil Nadu. This despite yesterday's Supreme Court order directing Karnataka to release 2,000 cusecs of Cauvery water every day to neighbouring Tamil Nadu until further orders. Remember, it has been friction over this very issue that saw Bengaluru burn just a few weeks ago. Well, speaking exclusively to India Today, the Karnataka Chief Minister has said that the state will not provide water to Tamil Nadu as it is facing its own water shortage. The state cabinet will also be meeting today to discuss the next course of action as a united opposition has backed the government's decision in Karnataka to defy the Supreme Court order.
So now that the Supreme Court has given an order and said 2,000 cusecs of water should be released, but when the Cauvery Supervisory Committee came, they have said that the water is much lesser and there's also drought that has been declared. So how do we release the water then?
There is no water to release.
So what do we do at this point when 2,000 cusecs, will that be released?
No, we are not going to release the water because we have to reserve the water for the drinking purposes. Whatever we are having in our reservoirs, which is required for the drinking purposes.
KRS has also reached debt storage already, hasn't it?
Yes, that I know that. That's why we don't have water to release.
Well, after Karnataka decided to defy the Supreme Court order, Tamil Nadu is now in a huddle to tackle what could be an even bigger crisis in the days ahead. Tamil Nadu Finance Minister and Acting Chief Minister O. Selvam chaired a cabinet meeting. These are the pictures from that meeting at the Secretariat today to discuss this very issue. Well, this is the first meeting chaired by Selvam ever since Chief Minister Jayalalitha has been admitted to the Apollo Hospital in a serious condition last month. Well, in the absence of Amma, Selvam placed a portrait of Jaya in front of him during the cabinet meeting. The AIADMK has asserted that Jayalalitha has instructed Selvam on the next course of action on the Cauvery crisis. Well, speaking exclusively to India Today, AIADMK spokesperson C.R. Saraswati, part of the inner circle of Jayalalitha, has asserted that it is on Chief Minister Jayalalitha's instructions that the meeting has been scheduled to discuss the Cauvery issue. Here's what she told us.
Yesterday, I think Honorable Supreme Court has said to give 2,000 cusecs every day at least. Something is better than nothing. But let us see, this cabinet is going to start by morning section. Let's see what is going to happen, and in the afternoon we can have a brief discussion.
Will there be an all-party meet on the issue?
No, we have to say only after the meeting is over, ma.
All right.
Because our Honorable CM must adjourn some instruction. According to the cabinet meeting will be going on. After the meeting, definitely I'll tell you what has happened.
So, Ms. Saraswati, if I'm getting your response right, that the Chief Minister is monitoring the situation and she's given instruction ahead of the cabinet meeting?
She's very much fine, ma. She's very much fine.
Ma'am, is she also monitoring the current Cauvery crisis in the state?
See, all these days I'm telling all the media, day by day, our Honorable CM is getting all right. And last 1 week, she's improved like anything. She's doing very well. So, and if at all we get a right news, we won't tell it. So she has improved like anything. We can say that.
All right, but ma'am, before we let you go, one last question. Has she given express instructions ahead of the cabinet meet?
Definitely, Honorable CM would have had some discussion yesterday. She would have given some ideas to Honorable Minister, Mr. Selvam. Definitely, he'll be telling that today.
And joining me live from Chennai is India Today's Pramod Madhav. Also with us from Bengaluru is our bureau chief there, Rohini Swami. Pramod, quickly want to come to you first to get an update on that cabinet meeting. Any decisions taken at that first meeting without Jayalalitha? She's in hospital still recovering. This was headed by O. Selvam. What decisions have they taken on the Cauvery crisis, Pramod? We'll get back to Pramod in just a bit. There's an audio problem. I apologize for that. Rohini, very strong stance taken by Karnataka and the Chief Minister in that exclusive conversation that he had with you, which has really set the tone for what's going to happen over the next few days and weeks. Are we expecting to see trouble?
Well, in a way, we have to also see that the all-party meeting that is expected to start in half an hour from now, what decision they will take. Because this will be the third all-party meeting called on the Cauvery issue to discuss what the stand of Karnataka should be. In the last two meetings also, they have made it very clear, the opposition also saying that water should not be released because what is important is drinking water for the people of Karnataka. Now, looking at the fact, the Supreme Court orders and directives that have come after this all-party meetings, it has continued to say that Karnataka needs to release 2,000 cusecs of water. Today also, pending the order that needs to come, the Supreme Court also saying it needs to continue till the orders are given. So very clearly here, Karnataka facing the brunt of this entire issue. But Mr. Siddaramaiah also is being very cautious because one is that he's made it very clear that in the normal course of the flow of water of Cauvery from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, it is around 1,500 to 2,000 cusecs of water.
Yes.
So in a way, it is not breaching what the Supreme Court has said or going against it. The reason why he made that statement, he wanted to say, is they're not being able to give anything more because the stand of Karnataka always has been, if there is water in the Cauvery, it is enough for Karnataka. Will definitely share it with Tamil Nadu. There has never been a problem. But there's a drought situation here. The reservoirs are at 27 TMC feet. KRS, Krishnaraja Sagar Dam, is at debt storage.
Right.
So what you're looking at is facing a problem till June 2017. And that is why this all-party meeting that is going to take place today will be extremely important. They're also speaking to legal counsel, Mr. Fali Naraman, as well as Mr. B.V. Acharya, to understand how else they could be able to convince the Supreme Court on the dire circumstances that Karnataka is in.
Rohini, thanks for getting us that half an hour to go for that all-party meeting. We'll get to know more about what lies ahead for Karnataka and Tamil Nadu over the current Cauvery crisis. Well, it's the 9th day since any health bulletin has been released on Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha's health. Supporters continue to pray for her quick recovery. Meanwhile, her second-in-command and trusted Lieutenant O. Paneerselvam held, like we just said, his first cabinet meeting without boss Amma. Well, not really. Take a look.
Jayalalitha has now been in hospital for 28 days. And for the past nearly 4 weeks, her supporters have been on a vigil praying for her recovery. What is worrying them is that for more than a week now, the Apollo Hospital has not given out a single medical bulletin on the ailing Chief Minister. Not surprising then, it has become a cause of concern for the Amma fans. All they have is the assurance from the AIADMK that Jayalalitha is on the path to recovery.
This is known fact that she's getting well. She's doing very well. She has improved like anything. So what is the everyday no need Apollo to give a statement? Because we know and all the leaders are saying, not only we, not only ADMK spokespersons, all the leaders are saying that is the truth.
For the first time since Jayalalitha was admitted on September 22nd, the Tamil Nadu cabinet met with O. Paneerselvam in the chair. Interestingly, he sat alongside the other ministers and not at the head of the table. And prominently placed was a large photograph of the Chief Minister.
Yeah, morning the cabinet meeting was held by Honorable Minister Mr. O. Paneerselvam. I think as for Amma's advice, the cabinet has been done. I think the press release will be done by government only.
The cabinet meeting, chaired by O. Paneerselvam, discussed the Cauvery issue and what the government's strategy should be. AIADMK insiders claim Jayalalitha has guided the meeting and its agenda. With Akshaya Nath, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, 8 days without a health bulletin is not unusual, but it has made people wonder why there isn't more information emerging from Chennai's big Apollo hospital, where the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has been in recovery since she was admitted on the 22nd of September. She's being monitored very closely by a highly specialized team, both from Chennai, from Delhi, as well as a specialist from the United Kingdom who was flown down to take stock of Amma's health. It's been many days since she's been in the hospital and there is every good wish that she makes a full recovery. But outside the hospital gates, a crisis is brewing politically between Tamil Nadu and its neighbouring state of Karnataka. And that first cabinet meeting that took place today without Jayalalitha directly at the helm is said to have been conducted with her express instructions. So the AIADMK will have us believe that she is currently still in control fully. Meanwhile, it's been 3 days since Rudresh of the RSS was murdered, and the police still haven't been able to narrow down the unidentified assailants in Karnataka. And now a National Investigation Agency probe has been demanded on the issue. Take a look.
Days after the murder of an RSS worker, the BJP hit the streets with protests. Former Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa led a sit-in agitation as the BJP demanded a CBI probe into Rudresh's murder.
Today, Rudresh murder is pre-planned, and every month almost one such incident took place. That's why we are demanding that should be referred to the NIA probe so that truth will come out. That Siddaramaiah is failed in all respects.
The Karnataka government insists the RSS workers' killing was not a politically motivated one, and the probe being carried out by the city police was underway. On Tuesday, Rudresh's body was handed over to his relatives after post-mortem. The last rites were conducted amid tight security. Even there, the BJP claimed the Congress government was not going after the killers.
I think Government of Karnataka, the Home Minister and Chief Minister is pressurizing them not to arrest the culprits, and they are allowing that gundas, allowing the murderers to go out from Karnataka.
3 days and no major breakthrough by police in the investigation. The BJP says it is not going to give up.
Hundreds of BJP workers have gathered protesting against the murder of RSS worker Rudresh, who was hacked to death in broad daylight in the busy streets of Shivajinagar on Sunday. 48 hours after the incident, no arrests have been made, and the party is now strengthening its protest to demand that the case be transferred to an independent agency, strengthening their protest against the present government. With camera person Madhu, Defy in Bengaluru for India Today.
Well, there has been tension over the last couple of days in the city of Bengaluru. Joining me live from the city is Revati Rajivan. Revati, what is the situation at present? There had been prohibitory orders, 48 hours ago in the city, something that the city is, very disturbed by, but is having to get used to. Crisis after crisis in the city. What's the latest as far as the investigation into Rudresh's murder is concerned?
Well, no arrests have been made so far, no lead in this particular case as of now, and Section 144 is in place until the 20th of this month. Now, in Shivajinagar, the tension prevails, and there's hundreds of security personnel who have been deployed in the spot in case something violent, any of these protests turn violent. Now, as far as the party is concerned, BJP is strengthening their protest, demanding that the case be transferred to CBI and have serious investigation into this. Now, the party is alleging that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is not looking into this matter seriously. Now, the danger is also that the party is drawing similarities between the murders that are taking place across the state as well.
Yeah.
Now, not just Rudresh's murder, but the party is also drawing similarities with murder that took place in Kerala a week ago. So the party is trying to portray that the entire party across India is being targeted, and that is the sense that they are spreading out to the other party workers as well. Now, that is a concern, because if that kind of a concern gathers more people, hundreds of people, then that was going to turn to something like the Kannur violence, where decades-long clashes going on between two political parties.
Right.
Although the party is not the same in Karnataka and Kerala, the similarity, political vendetta and political murders, the way in which, the manner in which people are hacked to death is similar. So that is the violent way in which this is being carried out is a concern here. But the party is strengthening its protest. It is holding
protests in across 120 places tomorrow as well to put pressure on the government to strengthen their protests and demand the government to transfer the case to an independent agency.
Thanks, Revati, for getting us the very latest in that. We'll keep a very close track on something that's disturbing people in both of those states. Welcome back. In a surprising turn of events, Kerala Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau Director Jacob Thomas has requested the LDF government to remove him from his post. This comes just 2 days after allegations of financial irregularities cropped up against him. In his letter to Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, Jacob has cited personal reasons for his decision. Earlier, the Karnataka Public Expenditure and Review Committee had recommended department-level action against Jacob Thomas. The action was recommended on charges of causing loss to the tune of 52 lakh rupees to the state exchequer on account of installing solar panels. Jacob's decision to quit as Vigilance Bureau Chief comes after the anti-graft body ordered a pilot probe into charges of nepotism against the industry's Minister Jayarajan. Malayalam actor Suresh Gopi has joined the Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala. Well, earlier in April, he had sworn in as a member of the Rajya Sabha. He joined in the category of eminent citizens as per the provisions of Article 80 of the Indian Constitution. Well, he isn't just an actor but also a philanthropist, social worker and a strong advocate of environmental protection.